come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go be. Better run up the cash and love to speak.
Okay, Coach, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's do it. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Shot! Watch the shot! Check 52.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, it's Cook. And right away, he lost the football. The Saints say they have it, and they do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself a beat.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And some space here. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos push further out in front. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 10 yards, good for the Saints, first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play fake, Rivers. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Called out a very strong gain of 24. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rivers, flush to his right. This will be caught by Brown.
Set. Okay. Black 15.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Nick Chubb with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Haskins will throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Harold Landry. What a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Dalvin Cook doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Saints take over.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack on first down, Rivers, he's going deep for Brown. down. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
His guys take over first and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Let's go now. Now to work. Who that?
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Let's go. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Boswell good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. On second down, here's Haskins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
He's got his tight end Fant. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On play action, Haskins. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They run. Cook. And some room to maneuver. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. My 50, my 50. Oh.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here's Haskins to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Tyrell Williams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point put through by Boswell. And a rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out there? And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rodney Gunter in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Right, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Rivers looking a little nimble there as he picks up a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rivers on the money, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. To throw again on second down. Rivers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
12.
Again, it's Rivers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down, Rivers. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And Zerline's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Haskins to throw it. Now he'll let it go deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Following the interception here, Rivers got a man. It's Brown. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 22. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Antonio Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cook following the penalty. And an alley to run. Cook able to escape. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Dalvin Cook, 59 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Derek Wolfe racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
To try again after the sack. Rivers, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rivers. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Now Haskins on 1st down. And this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Boswell for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27.
Makes the score Broncos 51.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25.
Let's go. Do it.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Harold Landry in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18, and he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Haskins. This is the tight end fan. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. 20. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, it's Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Now here's Rivers. He'll bring his guys up, and they'll go for the 2-point conversion. Rivers. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards. Rivers now from the 50. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Now Rivers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball.
It's caught at the 10. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
I don't think we'll ever get enough of watching one-handed catches, and when they pay off, they are spectacular. But how about the times they don't pay off and coaches go, two hands still works.
I know, but they go for them so often now that I'm almost starting to take them for granted.
Yeah, that's unbelievable, isn't it? Because these are sensational type plays.
Especially that one with a defender right there. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquise Goodwin, his 25th touchdown, tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I put the word big in capital letters here. Third down. Here's Haskins. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Again, it's Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. 67 yards. So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. Here's Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field.
Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And he's got some space here. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Well, I'm just not sure what more we can say about him after that one.
But we're certainly going to give it a try, aren't we? Because I believe we're watching greatness personified. It has not mattered all game long where they've handed him the football. He's taken it and found the end zone. He is so locked into that so-called zone, I don't think they're going to get him out of it in this one.
Come on, let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. 1st down, Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers. Man open. It's Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Another try after the first down sack. Rivers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. To throw, Rivers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Denver, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.